is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Abela lokan yo. Kago so ajulo. Hey. Awaye. Ati oro a. Yao. Abela lokan yo. Níbi tó jọba yìí. Níbi tó yọba. Ma ti si mo pe yo. Manager Gigi. Web page jamais forcé ou. Si tu connais, tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noska Yassin de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberian Pub Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. We say thank God. God is wonderful. And sometimes we're wondering why, but God is just wonderful. All we do is to thank God, to say thank you for everything. However things are, however way they turn out, we say thank you. Because your wonders are just wonderful, and we want to thank you. Again, this evening, Samson told Liberian Pub Radio, we're going to continue with life. It's difficult, but we will continue with life because most likely that's what he will want to do. If we were to ask him, do you want me to continue this with Samson? Why will you stop the show? What does that have to do with the show? Carry on. You're going to have to. What kind of question is that? He would say. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Samson told Liberian Public Radio. Again, safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. My Lord, we ask you to please come into our hearts, come into all of our hearts. Ease the pains that we're all going through right now. Help us out. Only through you that the comfort will come from. From you, the comfort is the real comfort. And we ask you, my Lord, to please step in and heal the family. Help the family to find peace. Help every one of us to find peace. We ask that yes, indeed, it has happened, but we also want to say, please open the door for him. Guide us all as we go through this difficult time. But you are there as our comfort, and we say thank you. We want to ask that you bless the Republic of Liberia. You bless the people of the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. My Lord, we ask that you guide our thoughts. Give us comfort again this evening as we're going to go through here with this program tonight. We ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Folks, good evening. Good evening. I want to thank all of you again on this wonderful Monday afternoon. I want to thank God. We're bereaved. One of our older brother in the community, Mr. Jerry Zier, passed on Friday morning. And because of that news, we were not able, not me, not Alfonso, can even stand and have a program. It was just a complete mess for all of us. So that was the reason why we were not on air. And we still finding it difficult, but we will come on. As I was saying earlier, if we were to ask Jerry, say, with this kinds of situation, do you want me to go on? He would say yes. What does that have to do with the show, Samson? You go ahead and carry on. Carry on. This is about the show. I mean, what does that have to do with me? Carry on. It happened. What can you do about it, Samson? That's the exact question you would ask. What can you do about it, Samson? Nothing. God is in control. Carry on. And so we will do that here tonight. We will continue to talk about issues affecting our country, even though our heart is pretty much devastated, to be honest with you. But we will continue with it. So we thought we put one or two things about him together here tonight. So the real program about Jerry will come once LPR is ready. We will have a program. But I believe Mr. So have already posted when the funeral service is going to be. I think it's around the 26th, 27th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is Jerry Zier, older brothers for all of us. Very close to many other folks. Jerry has been very, very close to all of us, to be honest with you. Jerry was, when he came to the United States, he have always been in the Minnesota area for a very long time. And before that, he attended Charlottetown. In fact, was a goalkeeper for Charlottetown High School. When you have the likes of Mama Musa, when you have the likes of Kofi Bruce, when you have the likes of Tieto, when they were playing for Charlottetown, he was a goalkeeper at the time. So he was very good. Only reason why he never decided to go to the big league, America was on his mind. And so, but this is Jerry Zier. And so when Jerry came, after some time, having had the opportunity to educate himself, he got involved. He never shied away from, he's from Boston District, by the way, Grand Gila County. Never shied away from Gila and Boston District issues. And so when the formulation process of Boston District came up, he jumped on it. And immediately After some settling and what have you, the front for Boston District was able to find their footing. He joined. Of course, he was one of the founding members. But when Mr. Saul, the same Saul guy here, by the way, the first cousin. So when Mr. Saul became president of Boston District, Mr. Jerry here became the board chair of Boston District Association. And so you would think that because Mr. Saul is the first cousin to Mr. Zia, who consider him like his son, you would think that he would say, okay, well, let me help Alfonso to carry out and do and whatever he wants to do, whatever he thinks is right. Far from it. Jerry was never like that. When I got involved, he was already a board chair. And so there was some when Alfonso won his budget, he's going to have to defend his budget. This was the man. If you go back, looking back on those days, and you think, you would think this was a government or Republic of Liberia. Mr. Saul and his administration would defend their budget. What you want this money for? You're going to have to explain to Jerry. He's not going to give you a blank check just like that. I remember there was an issue one time, and just before he passed, 2 weeks or so ago, we were having fun about that. That he was proud, he said, to deny Alfonso money from the budget, from the association, money to buy stationery. Mr. So has requested certain amount for stationery because I believe it was a convention time and they needed money for stationery. He said, "What do you want money?" He said, "For one, so you can buy for yourself." That was some people money waiting for, and he refused. That is Jerry. My last encounter with Jerry, that was about a week or so ago. There were some issues in the Boston community. We recently have an election. And another person who also happened to be his first cousin, as well, by the way, J.J. Dennis, who was president of Boston District. But if you're doing something that is not in the interest of the people, you're not going to get his support. It doesn't matter whether your first cousin's son, it doesn't matter. If you do it and it's not in the interest of the people, you won't get his support. And ask JJ about Uncle Jerry. He will tell you. He won't hide it. So quite recently, there's been some issue brewing within the Boston community. And Boston District have been through a lot. And Jerry has been in the forefront of trying when we had a serious confusion over there in Rhode Island. He was not happy. He didn't really sit well with him. But then, of course, he was doing one voice, and with us, all of us putting together to make sure that Boston District operate based on the Constitution that they were able to put together. And there was other members in our community that wanted a rotation type government, strictly by clan. And this other clan comes in after a certain time, that other person leaves, and the other clan comes in. And Jerry was one of those who said, no, we do these things by Constitution. We have a Constitution, and we have to have an election. That was Jerry, folks. That was Jerry. And of course, after all of the wrangling, the Constitution meant they won the day. And so quite recently, as I was saying, there's been some wrangling in the family. There was some confusion here and there, and he was not happy. And he took upon himself, along with the president, who was also his own, like his son. He lives over there in Minnesota, Brian Yai. And but like I said, if things are you're not doing things in the interest of the people, Jerry is one of those who's going to be against it. And so when the confusion started, I didn't see there was a huge chat room we had where people were going back and forth. And somebody called me, "Have you seen the chat room?" I said, "No," because I mean I've been busy. I said, "Chat room, what's going on?" So I went in and I saw, and I wrote, and I was attacked. So I got a little bit tip off, and I said, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to do what we have to do." So I called a few people. My suggestion of what I wanted to do. I wanted to host a meeting where these issues will be discussed, and those who are responsible of fomenting these conflict in our community should be exercised. That was my liberal conservative view. So the young man who I've had a conversation with, he told me, "Well, why don't you call Uncle Jerry? Because I'm sure he'll be on board with you. But if two of you together, I think will go well." So of course, I said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So I called Jerry. That's about 2 weeks or so ago. He and I were on the phone for almost an hour. And I told him everything. I told him what I wanted to do. But he said, "Samson, you're wrong. You're not Boston District. Boston District is for the people. It is not you who's going to decide. Even whoever the person that's all of these negative things are targeting towards, even though he's your son, but it's not about that. This is about the community." So we have an organization, we have leadership. So let's find out what the leadership intent is. We can't just get up on ourselves and say we're going to do this. Why not Boston District? And he and I, we went back and forth. I tried to justify my view, but he wasn't having it. He said, "No, we're going to have to go with it if this is what the people want." Yeah, but you can't single-handedly, because you're liberal and block who you think you're not Boston District. They get it through your head, he says. So, okay. So you say, "Okay, give me a day or so. Let me speak to the leadership. And they're in leadership. Whatever decision they make, we're going to abide by that." And I said, "Fine." And folks, he was in the process of trying to resolve that conflict. It was not real conflict, scrabble in the community. And in fact, the night before his passing, was my understanding, he convened a meeting, and they had some conversation in the meeting where he was chairing the meeting. And then the next day, I got a call from a sponsor that Jerry was no more. And it's a very sad situation for all of us. But like I said, if we had the opportunity to ask him to say, "Do we carry on? LPR should be on air," and he would definitely say yes. First question he would ask is, "Why will you not have the show, Samson?" And when I would tell him, "Because you're passing." What my passing have to do with it? Is they going to stop this show? Samson, come on. That's Jerry. So as difficult as it is, we will continue to do what we have to do, because it is very, very difficult, to be honest with you. Because when you have an issue in a community, you will want to contact him. He never missed any convention. He never missed any kinds of gathering that have to do with Boston District. He's always there. He's always there. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one. There are few people whom you can say, especially in a community issue, "Well, let's hear what Jerry's going to say." "Okay, you're saying this. Let me see. Let me go. Let me see. Let me call Jerry and see. We'll see what Jerry's going to say." That's what Jerry was. But we are here, and they show whatever it is about Liberia, which is bigger than all of us. Boston District. Now, this is the exact word he was saying. Boston District is bigger than any of us. So now one person would take upon themselves, as he tried to politely chastise me when I brought about that ridiculous idea. But I was angry. But he could tell that I was angry. And he didn't want, and as intellectual and intelligent as he was, he didn't want me to feel like I'm being chastised. But at the same time, he wanted to make sure he got his point across. The Boston District is bigger than me. The Boston District is bigger than the person who all of the negative attack was going against. He also was not in favor of that. He frowned on it, but he wanted to find reason, a compromise. And I believe that his ideas will be successful. So we're going to miss him, and he's going to be laid to rest. According to Mr. Soul post here quite recently, he's going to be laid to rest. And we're all going to be there to pay our last respect to our brother. Again, folks, Samson to Liberian Pabrito. I just want to throw my 2 cents or so about Jerry here. One of the things, because I watched him play, folks. I watched Charlotte Tuber beat Will Hester. He was in the goalkeeper. Very big guy. You can see him. Look at his pictures. Big guy. I mean, and he was a goalkeeper. So his touches in the goalpost intimidated a lot of people, to be honest with you. I watched him play. So, but that's Jerry. We will do this from time to time by paying tribute to our brother. Oh, one other thing. How can I forget this? So it was on his chairmanship as board chair that Mr. So and Mr. Cry decided to launch the forefront of Bison Radio, which started all of this LPR stuff. The second internet radio station in the United States for Liberian diaspora, for Bison Radio. The first one was Siapo in Washington, D.C. Didn't last long, but then Nathaniel and Mr. So came in and decided to put Bison Radio together. And immediately after that, I joined. And it became Bison Radio. Under his leadership, he was in favor of it. One of the things he said, and I remember that, why would we say no when the people of Bison district will have a voice, where people all over that have the internet will be able to listen to us and be able to understand exactly what we're thinking. So he used to be a constant guest on Boston Radio, by the way. So we want to say thank you very much to Jerry as well, because of him, Boston Radio was established, and because he was a board at the time when that idea was put before him, he did not hesitate. He did not hesitate because he knew how important the radio business is, and for Boston citizens in the diaspora to be able to have a radio station that they can go to. That means this is his word. That means they will have the opportunity to speak for themselves. We're not going to have anybody speak for us anymore. And he was very much instrumental in making sure that happened. So I want to say thank you, Jerry. It was a wonderful thing. So, folks, this is Jerry's here, passed on Friday morning, and we're still hurting. And we ask God, those of you that are listening, please keep all of us in your prayer, and the family, especially his wife and kids over there in Minnesota. Keep them in prayer as well. Okay, so this is Jerry's here. Jerry will continue to do this from time to time, but thank you for knowing you. We appreciate it. God will be there. God will open the door for you to enter. Thank you. All right, folks. Samson to Liberian Pub Radio. It's not a tribute, it's just a little information that I have here for Jerry. And many family members are not even quite ready to have that kind of conversation anyway. So I'm just doing my best here this evening. So let's go ahead. So the thing I want to talk about tonight, now that the situation is a little bit off, we will be here. I read something earlier today on Front Page Africa about somebody who embarrassing this government and the rescue group. But the way the story was written, it was bad. But some of us, those of us that follow President Bakai, and then analysts, please, if you have the opportunity to get the link, please join me so we can have a discussion here. Those of us that admire, for me, I'm not a member of Unity Party, but I admire Ambassador Bakai, and I made that clear on this show that I am a strong supporter of his ideas because I believe strongly, and I still do, that he has the ability to move this country forward. He has the experience and he knows how to get it. But I'm not naive. I told you guys from even during the election that when he found out that he was the most likely going to win, he contacted a few people who used to be in early government, and he went even far back as top of government. Many of the people were just too old. They said, well, I can't do that anymore. But I knew that some of the people were calm, and if we're not careful, they were going to put President Baka in a bubble. I know about this bubble business because once they put you in a bubble, everything they tell you, you're right. They will never tell you the truth. They will never tell you the truth. And it's creeping into President Baka's inner circle. And the thing about it is, I'm not too sure what the likes of Kofi Wood, is he going to sit there and these things happen without him making any comment? That's something that I'm watching. I'm watching to see, because it was the same Kofi Wood during Ellen time. I believe he resigned. No, it was Councillor Gonglo who resigned. So I think the like of Kofi Wood, who has been their reputation is so high in terms of people's rights, fighting for human rights, and fighting for the good of the country, good governance, and what have you. And if you're going to sit there and allow an individual or individuals to control the narrative of the rescue, then I think we're in trouble. But here is what they need to do. I'm not ready to scream and yell right now. In fact, I'm bereaved, so I won't be able to have the voice to scream anyway. But for now, we're going to watch and see. Because the thing about it is, I keep telling you, they ain't got no shame. I'm bloku. I evolve. I'm not static. No man, hey fame my mob, my hey fame anybody more. What you would do? Nothing. I'll be truthful. And so, if these people think that they're going to put President Baka in a bubble and try to run the government the way they think they're going to run it, there's nothing I can do about it, but I can talk here. And we'll call them out. Because are you saying to me that it's in our lifetime we're not going to be able to see a stable government that is free of some major corrupt behavior? You know who I am. I'll do anything, and where you will do nothing. In government, And if you see, here's another thing here as well. Jeremiah Kun going to have to make a decision very quickly which side he's going to be on. My own sister, and Sister Nyamdi, thank you very much. I saw the picture at the gravesite this afternoon. Saw the picture this afternoon, the video this afternoon. I want to thank you. And again, we always say, so sad my brother is not here as well. But we always know that he's loved. But to my own sister, these people, all of the senators, especially the high-ranking senator, like the Dallas Dillon, Senator Nyomli, Amara Kone is for sure, because he's moving. He's moving. Not he's moving. He's doing what people want him to do. And I think many of us, those of us that were kind of hesitant before when he came in, we were a little bit concerned. But because I've had conversation, I know him a little bit. So, but he's on the move. So Amara Kone is on one side, but the like of Senator Dillon, Senator Nyambli Kangas, Lawrence, all of the other senators that are there, to, say they're talking for people. They need to put themselves together. They're going to have to decide very quickly. Like I said, Vice President Kun going to have to decide. Nima County alone cannot make you president. So you're going to have to decide. Liberians are not sophisticated. And I told you guys long time ago, CDC, they're not going to be there, Jefferson Koji type CDC. Or whatever you see Jefferson Koji doing that, just by year 3, Jefferson Koji with them will be in the background. So sedition, the smart and the intellectual, the intelligent sedition will start taking the lead and go in the front. Jeremiah Kun, Senator Vice President Jeremiah Kun, Senator Nyambli Kakan Lawrence, those whose names have been ranking for 2029, they're going to have to make that decision very quickly. As to whether they're going to sit down and allow few individuals to manipulate and take control of this government and try to do things that are not in the interest of the people. And then you have the likes of Samson, the liberal, to sit here and talk about you every night. If you can stand it, bring it on. Bring it on. We're not going to make up story. We'll be responsible in our engagement. Whatever it is we have to do, we will do it, but we'll do it with responsibility, and we will engage in a proper manner that's befitting of any talk show host, Samson told. But what I'm hearing is that the president, folks, they're putting in a bubble. And the bubble, you don't have any kind of big needle to prick it. You can't do it. You're able to prick this bubble. When they put it in that bubble, you can't prick it. You can't put there's no pin. You can even bring arch set and boo, you will not break that bubble. So don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself to think, say you're going to come in and immediately dislodge those people. Now, I'm going to say some ridiculous thing right now. But I'm very good at that. That's who I am. Ridiculous is my middle name. Let me put my speeches together. I'm trying to find some document that I put together, and I want to make sure that are able to provide that because I want to read and make sure that I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. So the vice president, as I stated earlier, and his like have to be very careful and have to be able to put themselves together, because if they're going to sit there and don't push back, and like few individuals put President Baka in a bubble, President Baka most likely would not seek second term. So the field is going to be wide open. You have Senator Nyamdi Kanka Lawrence, Vice President Kong, Flanti Kofa. Those people, they're going to have to make their presence felt by the Liberian people within the 6 years. If any of them makes the mark within the 6 years, they're done. Kaput, finito. Because most likely, President Baka is not going to see. And this is why you will say the liberal is a political guru. You will say that again. You will say that. The liberal is the political guru. I am the political guru on this platform. Within the next 4 years, if these people, if they're not able to make their mark for the Liberian people to benefit from their work, they're done. They're done. President Baka, most likely, as I stated, he's not going to seek second term. Even if he wanted to, his wife most likely would say no. I don't care how greedy he is with power. They would say no. Okay. Now, Vice President Kong, on the other hand, he's going to have so much competition. And he knows he's not a dummy. He's a very smart guy, very smart young man. He's very smart, very intelligent. And so he knows very well that Nima County is not the only county that will have to vote him in office. And so one of the things I suspect, and Vice President Kong is not a dummy. If you look, folks, what the thing you need to do is look at the superintendents of these different counties, the appointments, the names of these superintendents, and see if you can connect the dots. See if you can connect the dots. Now, President Baka might be the person. In fact, one of the things that people talk about in our article is that most of the time President Baka give a list to the people, they change it. And they're not quite ready to say who's changing the list. But they change the list. And then when they change the list, they put their own people. So you have to connect the dots. Who is responsible or appointing most of these superintendents of the counties? And I suspect that most of these people, in fact, they also say, my own sister has one time, according to the paper, that they saw her erasing some name and put this. So these people are now putting in places in these counties people who will vouch for them. People who would vouch for them. Not only vouch for them, but people who would pretty much, when the time comes, that will campaign for them. So when they put these people in places, these different superintendents in these different counties and what have you, when they put them in these kinds of places, okay? So when they are put in these places, for me, it's the way to say, okay, you go here and we know what we're going to do. But here's the interesting thing. Here's the interesting thing. And this is why I'm not that concerned with the folks who think they're going to put President Baka in a bubble, because most likely they will be exposed and they will not succeed. Why? Because those who want to be 2029, they're not going to let few individuals around President Baka to block them, because the purse of development money will be coming from the executive. And so if you put few people in there who will be in charge of how to distribute this money, without Vice President Kuhn being part of that, it ain't happening. You will be exposed and you will be kicked out. And so I'm not that concerned. You see, the dynamics of this whole conversation is very interesting to those of us who consider ourselves a political guru, okay, a political junkie. Because President Baka might not even know most of these things, but Vice President Kuhn and Senator, okay, here's the thing. The name comes from the executive. The Senate going to have to review. Who's in charge of the Senate? One of the future candidate of President Kennedy is going to be looking at it, whatever development process comes out. Vice President Kuhn, another candidate, also going to be reviewing whatever comes out in the interest of the people. And overall, Flanty Kofa in the House of Representatives. This is, if you are a political junkie, Liberia is a good study case right now. Because every one of those people are jockeying for position. They want to be at a certain point, at a certain position by halfway into President Baka administration, and they want to be recognized. And I come and tell you now why I am the political guru. I will tell you. But the point that I'm making here is this. President Baka, why people might want to try to put in a bubble, it's not going to work. Because these people will not allow that to happen. Because they need to be at the forefront of the political agenda and what have you, that things that are going to be happening. These people want to be part of it. Okay? So, if you think President Baka is not going to succeed in this government, there are too many people that are going to want to make sure that this government succeeds. Vice President Kuhn wants this government to succeed because then most likely he can ride a coattail. Senator Kangas Lawrence wants this government to succeed because when they're happy, so that she would take claim of some of the success. Representative Speaker Flanty Kofa also wants some success to say that yes, indeed, I'm seditious in the opposition, but I was able to work with this government to achieve some of the difficult developmental agenda that the president put forth. Even though they were difficult, but we were able to work. I was able to work with this president for us to achieve that. That's a good record to run on, folks. So of all of these people, there's no way this government going to fail. CDC better find other reason to come up with all the all the tabata, because there's no way this government going to fail. Because this Flanty Kofa, Vice President Kuhn and Senator Nyambli, Kangas Lawrence, they want to be president. They want to succeed President Baka. And the interesting thing, as I stated, Vice President Kuhn is quite aware that Nima County alone cannot put him in the executive mansion. And so Vice President Kuhn, right now, presently, from my perspective, Vice President Kuhn has a little bit of advantage in placing key people in key positions. CDC, when they were doing it, CDC was there to still put money in for themselves for campaign. So CDC was not putting people in key position for them to benefit them for this going election. CDC were putting people in key position to steal so that the money will come to them. And then they will use that money to campaign, and they fail. This time, you see, I'm enjoying myself, folks. I'm truly enjoying myself because this time around, CDC, they still got the money, but they don't have a strategy. They're not quite together anyway. Money by money gone. It doesn't matter. You shake something to money by money right now, you start sinking. So money by money there. You don't care with CDC, you start sinking more. And you're not even calling liquor talk. You call it beer, club beer talk. But that's besides the point. So CDC were not successful because their strategy was flawed. They were there because whenever you do with money issue, the interest of the players become diverged. They are not converging, they're diverging interest because money is there. Whereas this government and the key player in this government, those who will be seeking the higher office in 2029, even though their interest is not converging, but they are splitting, they are a diverging process. It's not about the money. So as I stated, let me say this again. I believe Vice President Kun, not because of his position now, but Vice President Kun has a little bit advantage because in order for the people that's supposed to be in a key position, those are the people that will be placing the people who are going to have the ability to place these positions, fill these positions, will be done by the executive. So in order for these positions in the different counties, the county is supposed to be filled. Did you see the list of the recent appointment by the president? Oh, okay. So these people are somehow connected. If you can connect the dots of each of the key positions in the counties, county inspector, county development superintendent, county superintendent, okay, the city mayor of the major cities in this county. Connect the dots and you will know. So their appointment is pretty much that's what I said. Vice President Kun has an advantage because he's most likely to have a hand in it who get these different positions. But let's go back. Let's track back a little bit. So again, this evening, Samson told Liberian Burrito. So my concern, it's a legitimate concern because I think I hope President Baka will not be put in the bubble. But if they try, they're not going to succeed because the people who are around to watch, make sure these people are not successful. There are too many, and they have too much at stake to allow certain individual to derail their process, to derail their ability to continue to lead. They're not going to do it. So here's the interesting thing. This is what I'm predicting. You heard what was there's a power that said the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I'm saying? So, and now that these people are enemy now, so please don't run with it. But they like a Flanty Kofa, Senator Speaker of Kofa, Senator Nyambli Kaka, and Vice President Kun most likely will come together to make sure that this government succeeds. They will come together, work together, make sure that the access to the president continue with people who wants to see the president. Because once you start blocking that access, people start leaving and they start going, the people that are government and the Vice President Kun, Senator Nyambli Kanga Lawrence, and Speaker Kofa will not want those kinds of stuff. That kind of conversation to be the conversation on the dinner table. Okay? So they will want to change the narrative. So how do they do that? They will gain out on anybody who tried to put President Baka in a bubble. So they're not going to succeed because it doesn't look good for them if that happens. The question will be from the Liberian people, where were you? Why were you not able to protect us? That would be the major question. And people will hold them responsible. They will hold them accountable. And they don't want to be held accountable for something like that. So they will do all they can to make sure they're successful. Now, let me go a little bit deeper than that. Like I said, I'm a political guru. Let me go a little bit deeper. I told you already that Vice President Kuhn has a little bit advantage in that most likely he's going to have his hand in these appointments in the different county. Okay? That's how far his bridge will go. Now, Flanty Kofa, on the other hand, and Senator Yombi Kangas Lauren, their position, check and balance. So, they look at the budget. Why is Grand Judea County have so much here? Why is River G have so much here? Why is this other county have less? They start looking. And then you're not going to stop them from having conversation. The senator, the representative, the president pro tem and the speaker, you're not going to stop them from having the conversation. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Who is the superintendent from this county? Okay. How did he get there? They would know. So, okay. All right. Well, Mr. Superintendent, we don't mind approving you. Breakable, I ain't got time for that CDC conversation this afternoon. I'm making some intellectual conversation. So, but anyway, let me continue. So, Vice President Kuhn will want to work with these people so that they will be able to give developmental hints to these counties. However, Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence and Speaker Kofa will also want to show that we are helping you. They're not just going to give blank check to county superintendent to go do development. No, they will want to put their hands on it, their palm print, their print to show that they have helped this county. So what I want you to watch from now on is when they have these county development, how do you call it, groundbreaking and what have you. See who shows up. And you will know that the liberal is not just a liberal, but that he's a political guru. See who shows up for the groundbreaking project, groundbreaking situation. You will see Senator Nyabri Kanka most likely will be there. You will see Vice President Kuhn most likely going to be there. You will see Flanty Kofa most likely going to be there. Now, let's go to the supporting cast now. Okay? So, the supporting cast here will be the like of Amara Kone, the like of Senator Amara Kone, the like of Senator Dillon, okay? In the House of Representatives, you will also see the deputy speaker from time to time will proxy for Speaker Kofa. Okay, now the people that are going to have to stay away, and you will say the liberals say former Speaker Tyler will not be invited in any of these occasions. He will not be invited. Okay, anyone who has had problem in terms of corrupt behavior that the Liberian people have recognized, those people they're not going to push them. They're not going to bring them on board. Okay, now let me give you, with all my tabata now, let me give you some example. Okay, and then you will know how the political guru is running the show here. And I will soon be, because I don't think I want to be here all night, I'll soon be opening up so folks will call in and make that statement. But quite recently we heard Yeka Kolobar saying that the president wanted to remove Speaker Kofa. And what have we seen all day? Speaker Kofa has been posting pictures of him walking along with the president. Let me ask you, your team Franti Kofa scared that President Baka going to remove him when they had they had the opportunity to challenge him? He flogged them. Franti Kofa flogged them big time. You think that now he will be scared? No. But as I stated earlier, Franti Kofa, Speaker Kofa, Vice President Kuhn, President Nyabli Kanga Lauren, they want to make their mark, and they will try their best to ride the coattail of this president. And that's why they're not going to allow anybody to put President Baka in the bubble. It's not going to happen. So these people, you see Franti Kofa all day. That was a great opportunity CDC have NAE by coming up with this ridiculous statement. So Franti Kofa now to tell the Liberian people, because President Baka also going to appreciate, politics as best. I'm telling you, if you don't understand politics, don't waste your time. President Baka also going to appreciate now that Franti Kofa is posting out there to dispel the rumor that President Baka is trying to dislodge a CDC speaker. President Baka is a very experienced person, and he's quite aware. He knows that this election was almost 50-50. So the country is divided evenly. And he knows sedition has support. So by having Franti Kofa, posting this picture, he also, President Baka is also grateful. I want to suspect, okay? I want to suspect President Baka is also grateful to Franti Kofa by putting those pictures up, because now it gives President Baka a room to say, this is not who I am. I don't play dirty politics like that. So now, the 6-year President Baka has, the goodwill of the Liberian people will push the senators, the representatives, whenever President Baka take his budget out there to do something in terms of development, there will not be many people that will go against it. Because if you go against President Baka, you're going against the Liberian people. You see where I'm going with this? So while President Baka is there appreciating Franti Kofa tonight, Franti Kofa is also showing to the Liberian people that even though I'm an opposition, but I'm a different opposition. I am an opposition who have interest for the Liberian people. I am an opposition who do not keep grudges. I am an opposition who is not vindictive. Oh, Liberian politics. I'm enjoying myself. So Franti Kofa is using that opportunity. You saw all the picture. Not me who put a picture. Franti Kofa, when people start talking, he put a picture up. How the man would want to unseat me, he want me to be defeated, but I'm walking with him. So he put the pictures up. The president and myself were working together. When I told you about 2 months or so ago when Franti Kofa look, I said, I made a statement. Hey, Dad, look it up. Go look at my video. I said, if President Baka wants to be successful, he has to keep Franti Kofa. Because by keeping Franti Kofa as speaker, because I know Franti Kofa is always about Liberia. Everything Franti does is about Liberia. It's about Liberia. I have so many meetings with him. I have so many conversations with him. It's about Liberia. He always wants that country to be successful. So I know who Franti Kofa is. So I'm not saying these things because I don't know. I do know. And I told you guys here that Franti Kofa, by being a speaker, he'll be one of the best, because President Baka will see that Flanty Kofa, in fact, has the interest of the Republic of Liberia. And therefore, Flanty Kofa will do good for the Liberian people. And this is exactly what is happening. So once again, the liberal is here. And when I say your mom led the fly by night conservative, Amos Joyce, Mr. So, Dr. Malley, they call themselves independent. They are not true independent. I am the guru on this network. Okay, you can't have the like of Amos Joyce, Mr. Joyce, and Mr. So and Mali to come out here and bamboozle you in believing that they are independent. They are not independent. Their voices are extreme, very conservative. But when I'm telling them that the liberal is the most political guru on this network, they don't believe it until it happens. Okay. So once again, if you look at what happened with Flanty Kofa, okay, if you look at what happened today with Flanty Kofa, okay, you will know that the liberal is on his game. There's no question asked. Because what happened? What happened, folks? Flanty Kofa, again, when he heard that people were talking about President Bakai, that President Bakai paying people to unseat, he said, look at the picture. Does it look like he's having problem with me? No. But Flanty Kofa is a good politician. His politics, first of all, is about Liberia, which I like. But at the same time, he always looking. He's a very smart person. They do the Liberian Bar Association. He has a higher, in fact, he number one. When they took the test out here, he came number one. He's very, very smart guy. Even here in the United States, when he took the Bar Association, he came at the very top in the whole country. Flanty Kofa is not a dumb person. He's very, very smart, very intelligent, very intelligent. And when you hear him talking, he doesn't rush. Every night he says, oh, big brother. So, but the point here is this. I'll say this, then I'll open the line. Flanty Kofa, Speaker Kofa, President Pro Tem, Senator Nyambli Kangas Lauren, and Vice President Jeremiah Cohn, they are in this as a way of collaborating, not to collaborate. Samson too. Yeah, folks. Yeah, we have to find means. Laughter is a medicine. Sometimes when you laugh, you don't know what's underneath the laughing. But we're here. We'll do our best. So let me go and set it up. Okay. Let me set it up so I can open the line for people to call. Okay. So, folks, give us a call here. We'll be here for another 30 minutes or so. But one other thing I want to say is that Yaka Kolobat going to have to fight battles, not necessarily winnable battles, but fight battles that you can at least be noticed so that people will know you're fighting a good fight. But when you come up with this CDC talking point, it doesn't win you any point. CDC has nobody in our country to win point with. See, even sedition themselves, they're tired with the CDC pure business. So Yaka Koloba, you're going to have to fight battle. I'm not saying don't accuse President Bakai, because you would need you to hold the feet of President Bakai to the fire. Let me take Breakable. Breakable, good evening, Samson Toll. What's on your mind? Breakable, are you there?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead, but don't take too long.
I beg you. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt me. Let me
What
just
do you
end
mean?
my
Don't
talk.
I said my battery is being charged, so I'm listening to you. So
Don't
go
interrupt me.
ahead.
Let me end my talk.
Okay,
No,
go ahead.
that's what I say. I say your opinion is entitled to your opinions. So you have to say anything that you thought or you believe in. Listen. First of all, your analysis. Thank God for agreeing that those people that you are classified to be rescuer, they have an intention and they have a vision, a future for themselves. So as a way you just said it, listen to yourself as a way you said it. You got only Lauren who get a vision for herself. You got those people that you're discussing. And you see just in less than 1 year, in less than few months, you see those missteps as happening in the government. Then you start defending things that you're not so defend. You said no, the government by itself, the king in power with joy of gossip and a propaganda. If propaganda in your campaign, it does not mean that you can do better. The just get out of government, just getting place, and you just said to Yagoba, you say Yagoba should have for a point out, not correct. Yagoba, from the day Yagoba, the government king in power, Yagoba stop insulting the way you're used to insult. What the man is doing, yourself are you there. If you're not fair to yourself, what Yagoba said today, or what he said 3 days ago about like receipt, I think you should have been so conscious to say those people that get receipt, they should be to be fired or to be investigated. But for you to say, oh, Yagoba should have for the government that is supporting, they said no, they're not even working for the Liberian people. They said no, they're not working for the Liberian people. They're there for themselves. Look at what happened. You are appointing people. You only can appoint people. But I say appointing people. Tony Johnson, cool. Everybody appointed people in the government. So they have to be loyal to them. They're not loyal to the president. The president is there just because almost like the warfare and all the private fashion, they find their own people to run the government. Now what happened? So they're just there because of the opportunity to get in power, not to lead the country. It's just because of the amount of time. The reality will start showing. And look, let me say, Mr. To, the Liberian people, they get food there 2 times. The reason why it's supposed to legal is because they don't want to see how it be like. 3 months now, they are not taking pay. People are not taking pay. 3 months. They have for the $1 million budget that they just signed. Whether it's what they pay, they say for 7 to pay, but nobody is taking pay yet. All those things, you're not discussing it. But you're talking about CC. Look, the Unity Party themselves or the Collaborative Party that are in power, themselves will be a own opposition. They will even join them. So don't think that I call it the speaker walking behind the president, it means that he's supporting them. It's just because of God getting a chance to for the failure to come out correct. That's what you see. And now that we don't want to attack them or we don't want to go against them, but we want to see that who's a failure to come out, then a lot of people say yes, oh, we made a mistake. As a way someone else have regret it. So I think you ought to come and say something at least to think of yourself knowing that they are getting to fail so much more. Thank you for the show.
I didn't cut you out, correct?
Yeah, no. I said it about today.
Okay, you said it
today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. The reason why I let you talk, because I know you're going to put your foot in your own mouth as sedition. I know you're going to put your foot in your own mouth because you said that I was talking my opinion about your own. You recognize that your own that opinion. That's what you do, CDC. A little put your foot in your own mouth. But anyway, thank you for calling. Folks, Samson told Liberia Radio. Let me open the line. So people, those of you that want to call, can call and we can have the conversation. 916-533-2048. So give me a call here. Give me a call. Give me a call, 916-533-4004. Okay, so while I'm still here, let me do this. So as I was saying, let me go back into that. Let me go back into that. So, okay. Here we go. The floor line open. I will let them talk. Good evening, Samson Toll. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good evening, Mr. Toll, the man from Toll Town.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This is Trocon Latro from Fargo, the Basa man.
Basa CDC, or Basa Unity?
No, Basa ANC. We don't go. Basa don't go on travel lines. Stop it. We don't
1%?
do that.
1%?
1%? Yeah, critical force, then we here. Our papa say, bury your old man, so we just on the fence, just laughing.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's on your mind?
Yeah, it's so sad to see our own men, Sylvester Graceful, who were in our camp to move the way he moving the needle, and my man Kofi Woods, who I believe in, one of the guys that ran Joseph Walker, I personally believe in, because I said him before he went into government. I remember when Manasadi called him, he went to the late Archbishop Michael Francis to ask him for his opinion as to what should he do. And the late Michael Francis told him, serving your country is a
hold on 1 minute.
honor.
Let me merge your caller. Hold on 1 minute, please. Yo, hold on.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Basa man. Continue.
So when Michael Francis told him, say, hey, to serve your country is an honor, so you can go ahead, to help. Then he went in as Labor Minister, and I said he shifted me from Ministry of Labor to Public Works. And then he said, no, I can't sit in the camp and see him move the sideway. All your children are in government, and then you're not doing anything about it. Then I have to resign. And in your resignation, he said all of those things. But to see Graceful issue the kind of check and nobody from the government side to come on to say something, it worries at the other meaning, to say we were waiting for 6 months to see what will balance the government, to come up before, say, hey, boy, I drop the ball here, but then he pick it up on this side. It's too early, boy, then the mistake, the child will give you water to drink. From the early stage, you will know it. After 2 years of that child in your home working, if that trophy in your hand, they will put it in your muscle, and got it. But they won't try to defend. We got 6 years to defend it, my brother. It's too early.
Thank you.
It's too early. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, next caller in line. Thank you. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, next caller in line. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Hello?
Is that me?
Yeah, that'll be you. Yes.
James David calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Mr. David.
What on my mind, today I can be laughing at CDC. They on all the platform under the campaign they're running, what they're running. When they were in power, they say party mandate. They can't go on nobody platform because party mandate. But I don't know the party, what happened to the party, no more mandate. We're seeing all over the place running campaign. So where's the party mandate? Party die or what happened to the party? Then I see we are going around to go donate to fire victims. Is this what is he doing? He's just realizing that there were fire victims during his presidency. People died from flood, people died from plenty things, and he never visited there. I don't really get it.
Okay, hold on, David. Please, let me connect the other person, please. All right, David, go ahead.
Yeah, now don't we want to speak to issue. Where was he? Says here, you never speak. We used to call him Bobo President. Only when you go to when Prince Johnny says something or somebody says something, then you go answer the president. Now you want to go to a party here office to be speaking on issue. Where was he when you were president? He had all the microphones that could listen to him. He will not pay money. All the journalists will go there. All the press people go there free of charge. You couldn't even speak to the press. When you come to the airport, you get in your car, he gone. I don't really know. The party Monday now, the party no more party Monday. They don't more party what they're establishing new parties, what they're doing. Man, I can't understand that. So that campaign is running, trying to pause in Flanikoba will not listen to that. Flanikoba, they're watching them to see that party go down to the drain, then he can go there now to elevate that party. That's what's going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. David. All right, CDC, what's on your mind?
Well, thank you, brother. So,
Welcome, CDC. Welcome, CDC. What's on your mind? Oh, you say we are sharing.
No problem.
You say we are sharing, right?
We are sharing, yeah.
Okay. Hold on, we are sharing. Let me put another CDC online. Hold on 1 minute, please. Go ahead, we are sharing. Go ahead, Carter, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. So, I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed today with all of the trending news that trending news in the country that should claim you guys' attention. I saw you coming up pretending to want to address it, but then diverted to something else and giving your own commentary after the fact. Putting spin all on your commentary. And I'm like, where Mr. Toe is carrying this conversation. The real conversation here today is the executive branch of government.
My battery dying.
Some okay, I want to see that. Why you don't always do that to me? Why you try to just make me to lose my train of thought?
Hold on, Carter, hold on. Let me merge you. Yeah, CDC, I know how to do it. But go ahead, Carter, go ahead.
Mr. Toe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Why okay, hold on 1 minute, Walter. Hold on, please. Let me see why Copper is not merging. Okay. All right, Carter, go ahead. Copper will be coming to you. Go ahead, Carter.
Let me call back because I'm going in and out badly.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. Okay. All right. Teddy Ted, go ahead. Good evening. Hello? Teddy Ted, are you there?
Hey, Mr. Toe, how you doing?
Yeah, go ahead, Copper.
Teddy Mr. Toe.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm feeling so bad.
Okay, all right.
How you got him in on Mr. Toe?
Yeah, but Copper, hold on 1 minute, please. Let Teddy Ted go ahead. Teddy Ted, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Toe.
Yeah.
Mr. Graceford, the way he proceeding like some sort of a mafia, refusing for President we are playing to land. Now he's plotting to get rid of fanatical. $500 in measures to get rid of fanatical. I think the next thing he want to assassinate people, directly. But you should watch his footsteps. CDC are watching him. We shouldn't. Those money he have given to the legislators, if they would have given it to some of these sectors that are strong related, then I can tell you that over the end, this government is really proceeding well. But this government is filled already, and this president is a pathological liar. He already lied to the people on many things. So how do you expect the Liberian people to welcome him or to cherish him? But I will let you stop there. But this government is already on failure.
Thank you.
And you cannot be over there and anyway, let me tell you, have my sympathy for Uncle Jerry.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
This government is a failure.
Yeah. Let me hold on 1 minute. Let me put Carter back on. Where's my Carter? I don't know what's going on with your phone. Okay. Let's try again. Okay. Walter Carter is Telly Lion, are you still there? Man. Walter Carter, you keep messing this whole thing up. Hello, Telly Lion, are you there?
This Walter. Oh,
yeah, Walter, you call in and your phone drop. Everybody, I try to but make it quick so I can call Cooper them back. Go ahead.
Not me, because my phone.
Okay,
anyway,
that me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So as I was saying, Mr. Toll,
Mm-hmm.
this is a very, very important time in our country.
Okay.
I think the best thing we can do for Liberia now, like I said before, it is not to start to defend people that will not push our country further or forward. I think what the government started on a very bad foot. And the sooner we call it out, I'm saying we, including me and those of you who support this president, the better for our country.
Okay.
I don't know whether you're listening to some of the report that came on Spoon today, that even Brisbane.
That now you know Spoon, that good radio station now.
Well, because the government, all people in government confirmed it today. They confirmed what Spoon were talking about.
Okay.
I'm not just going to take Spoon word for it, but people from the government confirmed what they were talking about.
Okay.
And that's the reason why I reference it on this notable platform.
All right.
Before President Bouakan sat in office, Brisbane had written NASCA to buy him 5 vehicles.
Oh, we heard that story already.
You heard the story, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
5. You just cutting me also.
Because other people on the line, Walter, you know that.
I didn't even get my Then
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up. I will contact those people. Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah. So my thing is, Mr. Todd, let be honest. Let's put a joke one side. This is about our country. Your grandchildren gonna go to that country to inherit it. My grandchildren will go there. They gotta inherit a country where we want to see be better. We all want to see Joseph Boakai succeed so Liberia can succeed. But if we continue to hide behind our support and allow, because we supported a man and we can be made shame or we can call it for what it is, then it will not do good for our country. What is unfolding is very bad. For the executive to take money that they don't even have to pay the civil servants, to take it and give it to already rich or how you call it, legislator or lawmakers, in a form of supporting the blacks from the executive, that calls for concern. That should be something that will anger you. That should be something that you sit on your platform. Forget about the accusation that Yankoba say is to remove Fanatic Kofa. Forget about that. But the fact that the people can give from the executive, from the president office, to give these people 5,000, 4,500 for furniture or whatever they give it to them for.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to call these 2 people back. Thank you. Okay, let me call these. Teddy Lion was on. Let me call him back now. Call Cooper. Teddy Lion not answering. Teddy Lion not answering. Okay, let me call Cooper back. Yeah, okay. Cooper, just calling by. Sorry about the draft, but go ahead, make your point.
Thank you for the show this evening, and my sympathy to the family.
Thank you.
The very first thing I want to discuss here, this guy from the CDC, they called Breakable. He came and said that 3 months the civil servants are not taking pay, and he fails to know that before the president could take over, the finance minister signed for $3 million for the month of January and February. So what became of the money? Because he's in that 3 months. So that means CDC owing civil servant 2 months that they receive the money and they didn't do a payment. The second thing I hear is the issue of the Sylvester Grace pay. I don't know whether Sylvester Grace pay behaving like Lieutenant McGill doing job with administration. Because if Sylvester Grace pay can stop, the senior advisor, the security advisor to the president, how they call him, man?
Woods. Kofi Wood.
Kofi Wood. He can stop Kofi Wood not to see the president. He said that anybody want to see the president and said they pass through him. That means he had something under his sleeve. And there was a very serious issue today because I talked to friends in United Party. I'm a close person to more official in United Party, and they confirm it. It is true. So what is happening in the presidency? The man is covering the president, and you don't want for other people to see the president. That means something is going on that we are not aware of it. And we got to really look at it because you are bringing the show or you're bringing it to educate the Liberian. And every little bad thing that happens, it will reflect on the president. But we don't know what is happening in the inner circle. So if Grace will be the barrier to the president and you cause scale, that people will not have access to the president to bring the fact to the president, that means there's something happening. The third one that is what happened in NASCO. The NASCO record listen to it. If you can fire the deputy, but then what's for the overall head for growing subordination? You fire the deputy. What Grace Pay is hiding. So we gotta look at it carefully because any good thing that happened for Liberia, it happened for everyone of us, not only about United Party. Because Liberia born United Party. So if the leader fail, the country fail. Thank you for the show, Mr. Toe.
Thank you. But before you go, though, the reason why I didn't go into that, I do not have all of the facts. And I'm waiting to get some report from the executive marshal because most likely, Griffin himself, he heard all of the information, he's been hearing it, and most likely he will respond, and then we can compare his response to the accusation, and then we'll bring it up to everybody for people to participate. But thank you for bringing that up. We appreciate it.
Excuse me, Mr. Sato, you have close contact with Fonanti. What was true today that Fonanti invited Grace Pay to go to the character building with lawyers today. You can ask Mr. Speaker Kofa too.
Yeah. That's true.
Thank you, Mr. Sato.
Thank you. Okay, folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio. Like I said, we're going to try to bring this show to a close here. We want to thank all of you again for this wonderful show tonight. But before we go, we'd like to do this again for our brother as well. Once again, this is Jerry Zier, who is former board chair and a brother to all of us, big brother to all of us. This guy will not hesitate to mentor anybody in terms of leadership and what have you. But one of the good things about him is that if you can be his brother, just like all of us were, but if you're not doing the thing of the people for which you were elected, he's not going to be in your corner, believe me, because he likes things to go well and go straight. Jerry has always been like that. He passed on Friday morning, and we're all morning right now. Family members, friends, everybody, the entire Boston District Association is in a shock still. So the burial, my understanding, will be next month, and we're all going to be there to pay our last respect to our older brother as well. Again, Samson told Liberian Pub Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight that tuning in to Liberian Pub Radio. We appreciate all of your support. People being on the line, sending their condolences and things like that to the families. We appreciate that. Again, we'll be back here again tomorrow and talk about more issues happening in Liberia. I want to thank all of you, and I'll say good night to all of you as well. Again, Samson to Liberian Pub Radio. Good night, folks.
Yo.